Ladies and gentlemen, close your eyes for a moment and imagine stepping into a world where the boundaries of your current life dissolve. A world where you are no longer defined by your past, your limitations, or the circumstances that surround you. Instead, you are standing at the threshold of infinite possibilities, a quantum field of creation that responds to the energy you project. Today, we will explore how to harness the power of meditation to move beyond the predictable, habitual patterns of your life and step into the reality you desire. Through focused intention and elevated emotion, you can align yourself with the possibilities that await. It's not just about hoping for change, it's about becoming the creator of your life. Let us dive into the process of quantum meditation and uncover how focusing on what you truly want can bring your dreams into existence. The quantum field responds to clarity of intention and elevated emotions. This is not just a philosophical idea, but a fundamentally ways the way we interact with the world at the deepest levels of reality. To understand this concept, we must first grasp that everything in the universe is made of energy. Every thought, every feeling, and every action is essentially a vibration in the energetic field that surrounds us. The world we experience with our senses is not the whole truth of reality. Beneath the surface of what we see, hear, touch, and taste lies a vast, interconnected field of pretending to change in our lives. Our thoughts and feelings act as the frequency at which we vibrate within this quantum field. When we think a thought, especially a thought that is strong and repetitive, we send out a signal into this field. This signal or energy attracts experiences, people, and opportunities that resonate with the frequency we are emitting. If our thoughts are scattered, uncertain, or negative, the field responds with experiences that mirror this confusion or limitation. On the other hand, when we become clear about what we want and elevate our emotions to higher states such as gratitude, joy, or love, the quantum field responds in kind, bringing us opportunities that align with our higher vision. The clarity of intention is crucial in this process. When we are unclear about what we want, we remain in a state of dissonance with the field. We might desire multiple things at once, or we may not know what we truly want deep within ourselves. This uncertainty sends out mixed signals, causing the universe to reflect back this indecision and confusion. But when we take the time to focus on a single, clear intention, when we define what it is that we truly want with specificity, our energy aligns with that intention. It's as though we tune our frequency to match the very thing we seek. And in this state, we become a magnet for those experiences, people, and opportune with our day. But clarity is only half of the equation. It is not enough to simply think about what we want. In the quantum field, emotion plays an equally important role. It is the emotion behind the thought that amplifies its power. Emotions are the fuel that propels our intentions into the universe. When we can connect deeply with the feeling of having what we desire as if it is already ours, this elevated emotion sends a stronger, more coherent signal to the quantum field. It's no longer just a thought in our mind, it becomes a powerful wave of energy that radiates out from us. Consider this: when you think about the thing you desire, are you feeling excitement, gratitude, or joy? Or are you feeling lack, doubt, or fear? The emotional state you generate in response to your thoughts determines the quality of the energy you are sending out. If you feel lack or doubt, you are essentially reinforcing the absence of what you want. Your energy is stuck in a state of resistance. However, when you can elevate your emotions, when you can feel the joy and excitement of already having your desire in your life, you shift your energy to a place of abundance, possibility, and alignment with the field. The quantum field does not judge whether your emotions are positive or negative. It simply responds to the energy you emit. So when you focus your intention clearly and you elevate your emotional state, the field begins to mirror back experiences that match the frequency of your thoughts and feelings. It's like tuning a radio to a specific station. If you want to listen to a particular channel, you must tune the dial to that station. In the same way, the clarity of your intention and the elevation of your emotions serve as the dial that tunes your energy to the desired frequency, and the quantum field begins to respond in kind. This is where meditation plays a pivotal role. In meditation, we have the opportunity to clear our minds, focus our thoughts, and elevate our emotions in a controlled, intentional way. It is a practice that allows us to step away from the distractions of daily life and connect with the deeper energetic part of ourselves that is aligned with the quantum field. As we enter a meditative state, we quiet the mental chatter, release the limiting beliefs and doubts, and direct our focus on the desired outcome. In this state of focused intention, we are able to align our mind, body, and emotions with the quantum field, allowing us to create new possibilities for ourselves. Through regular practice of quantum meditation, we begin to break free from the constraints of our past conditioning. We stop being reactive to our circumstances and start becoming proactive in shaping our reality. The more we practice, the clearer our intentions become, and the more easily we can generate the elevated emotions that fuel those intentions. Over time, this clarity and emotional elevation becomes second nature, and begin to live from a place of conscious creation rather than unconscious reaction. The key to this process is understanding that we are not passive observers of life, we are active participants in the creation of our reality. Every thought, every emotion, and every intention we send out into the quantum field has the potential to shape our future. The clarity of our intention and the intensity of our elevated emotion are the two forces that direct this process, guiding us toward the experiences we desire. When we align these forces with the frequency of what we want, the quantum field begins to mirror our energy, bringing us closer to our dreams with each passing moment. In essence, the quantum field responds to the clarity of our intention and the elevation of our emotions because they act as a signal, a call to the universe that says, "This is what I want, and I am ready to receive it." By focusing on the possibilities, on what we truly want, and by cultivating the elevated emotions that align with those desires, we activate the potential that lies within the quantum field. The more clearly we define our desires and the more consistently we elevate our emotional state, the more powerfully the quantum field responds, creating the life we truly wish to live. You are not bound by your past. The present moment holds infinite possibilities. This concept lies at the heart of transforming your life, especially in the context of quantum meditation. The idea that your past does not define your future is both liberating and empowering. For many, the past holds a tight grip shaped by past experiences, mistakes, regrets, and limitations. Yet, quantum physics reveals that the past is merely a collection of energy patterns that we can release and transcend. We are not prisoners of our history, nor do we need to be defined by the events that have shaped us up until this point. Instead, we have the power to choose a new path, a new direction, and a new reality. When we stay anchored to our past, we often live with the belief that our future will unfold in the same way. We allow our memories, both good and bad, to influence our decisions, behaviors, and thought patterns. We believe that what we have experienced is all we can expect from life, but this perception is a limiting belief that keeps us stuck. It binds us to the past and prevents us from fully experiencing the infinite potential available in the present moment. In truth, the only time that exists is the now, and the present moment is where everything is created. In this space, we have access to all the possibilities of who we can become and what we can achieve. To shift away from the constraints of the past, it's essential to recognize that the quantum field is not linear. It doesn't operate on the same principles of cause and effect that we are used to in our physical reality. Time as we perceive it does not apply in the quantum world. There is no past or future in the quantum field. There is only the present. In this field, the potential for all possible outcomes exists simultaneously, and it is up to us to tap into those possibilities. The present moment is the doorway to this vast field of infinite creation. When we engage in quantum meditation, we are tapping into that vast potential. As we quiet our minds and align our focus, we begin to shift from the past into the present, where all the possibilities of our future lie. This is where we take control. The energy we hold in our bodies, whether from past emotions, experiences, or traumas, has the power to influence our present moment, but it does not have to. Through conscious awareness, we can release those stored energies and create new ones. We can create a future that is not determined by past failures, mistakes, or limitations. This process begins with awareness, becoming conscious of how much of our energy is invested in the past. Often we operate unconsciously, living on autopilot, driven by habitual thoughts, feelings, and behaviors that stem from our previous experiences. We carry the emotional charge of past events into our present reality, thinking that the future will simply be a continuation of what we have known. This cycle can only be broken by awakening to the fact that we are in control of our energy in the present moment. In every moment, we have the choice to focus on something different, to choose a new thought, and to direct our energy toward a new possibility. As we enter into meditation, we practice becoming present with ourselves, allowing ourselves to drop the weight of the past. This is a vital step in creating the life we want. When we let go of past emotions, old beliefs, and limiting patterns, we make space for the new to enter. This is the moment of true transformation. By becoming present in the here and now, we can reprogram our thoughts and emotions to match the future we desire. It is not a matter of what happened before that defines who we are. It is about what we are choosing to focus on now that shapes our future. Through meditation, we align our energy with our vision, and by doing so, we tap into the infinite possibilities that are available to us. The power of the present moment lies in its ability to free us from the weight of the past. When we begin to create from the present, we are no longer limited by previous experiences, fears, or doubts. The past becomes a memory, no longer holding any real power over our present circumstances. It is only when we continuously look backward that we prevent ourselves from stepping into the future. The key is to shift our focus from the rearview mirror to the horizon ahead. The present moment is a blank canvas, and we are the artists. It is a place where everything is possible, where we can reimagine ourselves and our lives without the constraints of what we have been through. The key to this transformation is knowing that you can create new neural pathways that lead to new behaviors, new beliefs, and new realities. Your brain is neuroplastic, meaning it has the ability to reorganize itself by forming new connections. When you consciously choose to break free from past patterns, your brain begins to rewire itself in accordance with your new intentions. In this way, the present moment is the time to recreate yourself. Each time we meditate and focus on the future we desire, we strengthen the neural networks that align with our desire. This creates a new level of coherence between our thoughts, emotions, and actions, which in turn affects the energy we send out into the quantum field. When our energy becomes more coherent and focused, the field responds by bringing us opportunities, experiences, and people that align with our new state of being. The quantum field doesn't care about what has happened before. It is simply a reflection of the energy we put out in the present moment. The possibilities that exist in the present moment are endless. Once we understand that the past does not define us, we begin to tap into a whole new realm of possibility. We can choose to release the past and step into the future we desire. This is the power we hold within us, the ability to create from the present and transcend our previous limitations. By becoming aware of the energy we hold and the thoughts we think, we take back control of our lives. In the present moment, we have the opportunity to create a new future, one that is not limited by the stories of our past, but shaped by our vision of what we can become. The mind, when directed with focus and intention, becomes a powerful tool for transformation. Our thoughts, which are forms of energy, have the ability to influence the quantum field in profound ways. When we consistently direct our focus toward a specific intention, we are shaping the future by sending clear signals to the universe. However, our mind is often scattered, jumping from one thought to another, which weakens the impact of our intentions. To harness the full power of the quantum field, we must learn to focus our attention with purpose and clarity. This is where the practice of meditation comes into play. It allows us to train the mind to stay focused and aligned with our highest desires. When we meditate, we enter a state where we can quiet the noise of our everyday lives and focus our attention inward. This process is not simply about relaxation, it is about honing the mind's ability to concentrate on what truly matters. In the fast-paced world we live in, distractions are everywhere, and it becomes easy for our thoughts to drift, often focusing on what we don't want rather than what we do. This scattered mental energy can send mixed signals to the quantum field, causing it to reflect experiences that align with confusion or lack of focus. When our thoughts are in disarray, the quantum field is uncertain about what we truly desire, making it harder for us to manifest the life we envision. Focusing the mind requires practice, as it goes against the natural tendency of the brain to wander. In meditation, we develop the ability to train the mind to stay anchored on one particular thought or intention. This focused attention sends a clear signal to the quantum field, telling it exactly what we want. When our attention is firmly placed on a specific desire, it is as though we are tuning a radio to a particular station. The more we practice focusing our attention on that station, the desired outcome, the clearer the signal we send out. The quantum field then begins to resonate with that frequency, pulling experiences, people, and opportunities that match the energy we are radiating. In this state of focus, it is important to remember that the mind cannot simply wish for something. It must align itself with the emotion of the desire as well. Thoughts without emotions are less powerful because they lack the energy needed to manifest change. The combination of focused thought and elevated emotion creates a powerful, coherent energy field that attracts what we desire. When we focus our attention on our intention and allow ourselves to feel the positive emotions associated with, such as gratitude, joy, or excitement, we amplify the signal we are sending out. This emotional alignment supercharges our focused thought, creating an even stronger magnetic pull toward our desires. It's not enough to just think about what we want. We must also connect with the emotional state of already having it. This is where many people fall short. They may visualize their desires, but they don't fully connect with the emotions of having those desires manifest. By closing our eyes and vividly imagining the experience of already living our desired reality, we create an emotional resonance with that future version of ourselves. This emotional alignment is what creates the energy that influences the quantum field, guiding it to bring us experiences that reflect the state we are embodying. The more we practice this emotional and mental alignment, the more consistently we send a powerful signal to the quantum field, which then begins to shape our reality according to our thoughts and emotions. Meditation is a tool that helps us strengthen this ability to focus. When we meditate, we practice focusing our mind on a specific intention without letting distractions pull us away. Over time, this practice builds the mental discipline needed to focus our attention on what we truly want in life. The more we meditate, the more we train our minds to stay aligned with our desires, filtering out the noise of everyday life and negative influences that may otherwise interfere with our intention. As we continue this practice, it becomes easier to maintain this focused energy throughout the day as we become more conscious of where our attention is directed. The power of focused attention also lies in its ability to direct our actions. When we are focused on a specific goal or desire, our actions become more aligned with that intention. We begin to make decisions that support our desired outcomes, and we start to notice opportunities and resources that were previously overlooked. The focused mind doesn't just send signals to the quantum field, it also drives the subconscious mind to guide us toward the experiences that are in alignment with our desires. When our attention is clearly directed, we begin to see the path that leads to the fulfillment of our desires, and we take inspired action to move toward it. However, it's important to recognize that focusing on a single intention doesn't mean that we should expect immediate results or try to force the outcome. The quantum field responds to the energy we emit, but the timing of the manifestation is not always within our control. We must trust that the universe is working on our behalf, orchestrating events and circumstances in ways that align with our focused energy. This is why meditation can be so powerful. It helps us cultivate patience and trust in the process. As we focus on our intention and remain emotionally aligned, we begin to relieve for control and allow the quantum field to bring us what we desire in its own perfect timing. The more we practice focusing our attention, the more our lives begin to reflect our intentions. Focused intention allows us to break free from the distractions and limitations of the past, opening up new possibilities for the future. By training our minds to stay aligned with our desires, we become powerful creators in the quantum field. Our focused energy is a beacon that attracts the people, circumstances, and opportunities that will help us fulfill our vision. Each moment of focused attention strengthens our connection with the quantum field, bringing us closer to the realization of our dreams. As we continue to develop this skill, we learn to direct our attention with precision, creating a life that is aligned with our highest potential. To unlock the full potential of our desires, we must cultivate the ability to align our thoughts, emotions, and energy with the future we wish to create. This alignment is essential in the process of manifestation because it creates coherence between what we think, feel, and ultimately experience. Often we have a tendency to live out of sync where our emotions are not in harmony with our intentions. For example, we may think about our goals and aspirations, but we may feel doubt, fear, or uncertainty, which undermines our ability to manifest them. In this state of dissonance, the energy we put out into the quantum field is weak and unclear, and as a result, we attract experiences that reflect this inner conflict. The key to creating lasting transformation is to bring our inner world, our thoughts and emotions into alignment with the future we envision. When we align our energy with our desires, we begin to send a clear, coherent signal to the quantum field. This signal acts as a beacon that attracts the circumstances, people, and opportunities that are in harmony with what we want to create. The quantum field responds to the energy we emit, and the more consistent and aligned our energy is, the faster we begin to see the changes we desire in our reality. One of the most powerful ways to align our energy is through the practice of visualization. When we vividly imagine our desired outcome, we are essentially tuning into a frequency that matches the reality we want to experience. Visualization is not just about daydreaming, it is about engaging all of our senses and emotions to feel as though we have already achieved our goal. By mentally experiencing the future we want, we create a strong emotional resonance that signals to the quantum field that this is the reality we are choosing to create. Our emotions become the fuel that drives the manifestation process because emotions are energy in motion. And when we feel something deeply, we activate energy required to bring it into existence. It is important to understand that alignment is not just about thinking positively or wishing for something to happen. It is about being in vibrational harmony with the life we want. For example, if we desire abundance, we must not only think about having more money or success, but we must also cultivate a feeling of abundance within us. If we want to experience love, we must align ourselves with the energy of love, not just by wanting it, but by embodying it in our own being. This means that we must let go of any limiting beliefs, doubts, or negative emotions that contradict the reality we wish to create. These blockages serve as a form of resistance that prevents us from fully aligning with our desires, keeping us stuck in old patterns of thought and behavior. To achieve true alignment, we must first become aware of any misalignments that may be present in our energy. Often, these misalignments are unconscious, formed over years of habitual thinking and emotional conditioning. For instance, if we want to manifest financial abundance, but hold on to the belief that money is hard to come by or that we are not worthy, we are creating a dissonance between what we want and what we believe. These limiting beliefs are like roadblocks that prevent the flow of energy and stop us from aligning with our desired outcome. Through practices like meditation and mindfulness, we can begin to uncover these blocks and release them, making space for new beliefs and emotions that support our desired reality. Meditation plays a crucial role in this process of alignment. As we meditate, we create a space where we can observe our thoughts and emotions without attachment. This allows us to detach from the past and the limiting beliefs that may be holding us back. Meditation helps us cultivate a state of inner peace, which is the foundation for alignment. When we are at peace within ourselves, we are able to align more easily with the energy of our desires. In this state of inner stillness, we can consciously choose to focus on what we want and align our thoughts and emotions with that vision. Over time, this alignment becomes more natural, and we begin to see the manifestation of our desires in our physical reality. It is also important to remember that alignment is not a one-time event, but an ongoing practice. As we move through life, we will encounter new challenges and experiences that may trigger old beliefs and emotional patterns. In these moments, it is essential to return to a state of alignment by consciously shifting our thoughts and emotions. This requires a level of self-awareness and discipline, as well as a deep trust in the process of manifestation. The more we practice aligning our energy with our desires, the more we train our minds and bodies to stay in resonance with what we want, regardless of external circumstances. When our thoughts, emotions, and energy are in alignment, we become powerful creators. We begin to notice synchronicities, opportunities, and people that seem to appear out of nowhere, all leading us toward the realization of our goals. This is the quantum field at work, responding to the coherence and clarity of our energy. The alignment of our inner world with our outer desires allows us to step into the flow of life where everything unfolds with ease and grace. We are no longer forcing or striving, but instead we are in harmony with a natural flow of energy that is guiding us toward our highest potential. In essence, alignment is the key to unlocking the power of the quantum field. It is about bringing our thoughts, emotions, and energy in a perfect harmony with the life we wish to create. When we align ourselves with our desires, we send a powerful signal to the universe that resonates with the energy of possibility and abundance. Through the practice of visualization, meditation, and emotional awareness, we can shift our energy into alignment with our goals and begin to manifest the life we truly desire. As we continue this practice, we not only transform our external reality, but also create a profound shift within ourselves, becoming more aligned with our true nature and purpose. When we commit to focusing on the possibilities in our life, we are engaging in an act of conscious creation. This practice of directing our attention toward what we want rather than what we fear or lack is one of the most powerful steps we can take toward transforming our reality. The mind naturally gravitates toward the familiar, often pulling us into patterns of thinking that focus on limitations, problems, or past experiences. However, true growth occurs when we shift our perspective and begin to envision a future that is full of opportunity, potential, and positive outcomes. By focusing on the possibilities, we open ourselves up to a world of endless potential, where every situation, every challenge, and every moment becomes an opportunity to expand and evolve. The act of focusing on possibilities begins with the awareness that we are the creators of our own experience. In every moment, we have the choice to decide what we give our attention to. This decision shapes the energy we emit into the quantum field. If we constantly focus on the problems or challenges in our life, we are sending a signal that matches the frequency of struggle, scarcity, or lack. But if we choose to focus on the possibilities, what could be, what is available to us, and what we can create, we begin to emit a different kind of energy. This energy is aligned with abundance, creativity, and opportunity. The more we focus on possibilities, the more we attract experiences that reflect this mindset, leading to a life that feels full, rich, and expansive. One of the reasons why focusing on possibilities is so important is that it shifts our perception from being reactive to proactive. When we focus on the challenges or limitations in our life, we are responding to circumstances in a way that reinforces the status quo. We become stuck in a loop of problem solving where we are constantly trying to fix what is wrong rather than focusing on what is right and what can be improved. This reactive state keeps us tethered to our past, unable to move forward into new opportunities. On the other hand, when we focus on the possibilities, we start to look beyond our current circumstances and see the potential for growth, change, and transformation. We begin to tap into the limitless resources available to us in the present moment and start making decisions that are aligned with our highest potential. The power of focusing on possibilities also lies in its ability to inspire creative solutions. When we shift our attention toward what could be, we activate the creative centers of our brain, which helps us come up with innovative ideas and strategies for moving forward. In contrast, when we are focused on problems, our thinking tends to become rigid and limited. We see obstacles rather than opportunities and become paralyzed by fear or doubt. However, when we focus on possibilities, our minds become more flexible and open, and we begin to see new avenues for success. We become more resourceful and inventive, capable of finding solutions to challenges that may have seemed insurmountable before. The simple act of shifting our focus from problems to possibilities creates a fertile ground for innovation and breakthrough thinking. Another critical aspect of focusing on possibilities is that it encourages a mindset of abundance. When we focus on what we want and the opportunities available to us, we move away from a scarcity mentality, which is rooted in the belief that there is not enough to go around. Scarcity thinking limits our potential and makes us believe that we are constantly fighting for a piece of the pie. But when we focus on the possibilities, we recognize that there is an abundance of resources, opportunities, and support available to us. This abundance mindset opens the door to greater success, wealth, and fulfillment because it removes the belief that there is only so much to go around. Instead, we begin to see that the universe is constantly providing us with infinite opportunities to create, grow, and prosper. The more we focus on abundance and possibility, the more we align with the natural flow of life, which is full of opportunities waiting to be seized. Focusing on possibilities also requires us to let go of the limiting beliefs and fears that hold us back. Often we are afraid to step into new possibilities because we fear failure or rejection. We may have experienced setbacks in the past that make us question whether we are worthy of success or whether the opportunities we desire are even possible. These fears are rooted in past experiences and beliefs, but they do not define who we are or what we are capable of achieving. When we commit to focusing on the possibilities, we must also commit to letting go of these limiting beliefs and replacing them with new ones that support our growth. This shift in thinking allows us to embrace uncertainty and take bold steps toward the unknown, knowing that the possibilities ahead are worth the risk. In addition to overcoming fear, focusing on possibilities requires us to cultivate a sense of trust. Trusting in the process of life means believing that everything is unfolding in perfect timing, even when we cannot see the full picture. Trust allows us to take inspired action without needing to control every outcome. It means having faith that the universe will provide the right opportunities, people, and resources at the right time. When we trust the process, we let go of the need to force or manipulate situations and instead allow things to flow naturally. This trust strengthens our connection to the quantum field, where the possibilities for our lives are infinite and ever expanding. It's also important to understand that focusing on possibilities does not mean ignoring challenges or pretending that problems don't exist. Rather, it means choosing to see challenges as opportunities for growth and transformation. When we face difficulties, it is easy to get caught up in the negative aspects of the situation. But when we shift our focus to the possibilities within the challenge, we begin to see it as a stepping stone toward greater success. Every obstacle can be reframed as an opportunity to learn, adapt, and expand our understanding. By focusing on the possibilities within every situation, we empower ourselves to navigate challenges with a positive and proactive mindset. As we continue to focus on possibilities, we begin to notice a shift in our energy and the events that unfold around us. The more we align with the energy of possibility, the more we attract people, circumstances, and events that reflect this mindset. We start to experience synchronicities where things seem to fall into place effortlessly and opportunities appear just when we need them. This is the power of focusing on what is possible. It sends a clear message to the quantum field that we are open and ready to receive the abundance that is available to us. The more we focus on the possibilities, the more we create a life that reflects our highest potential, where every moment is filled with limitless opportunities for growth, success, and fulfillment. The practice of staying focused on what we want rather than being distracted by what we don't want is a powerful tool in shaping the life we desire. In a world filled with constant stimuli and an endless stream of distractions, it can be easy to lose sight of our goals and become consumed by what's happening around us. But the ability to focus on what we want, rather than allowing external circumstances or negative thoughts to pull us off course, is what ultimately determines our success. When we remain focused on our desired outcome, we send a clear and consistent message to the universe that this is the reality we are choosing to create. The power of focus lies in its ability to direct our energy toward our intentions. Every thought, emotion, and action we take is a form of energy. And when we focus on what we want, we are channeling that energy toward the creation of our desire. However, when we allow ourselves to be distracted by fear, doubt, or external circumstances, our energy becomes fragmented and diluted. It's as if we're sending mixed signals to the universe, making it difficult to attract the things we want into our lives. The key to overcoming this is to consciously choose where we direct our attention. By focusing on our goals, desires, and the possibilities available to us, we reinforce our commitment to creating the life we envision. One of the most important aspects of focus is the ability to filter out distractions. The distractions come in many forms, whether it's the noise of everyday life, the opinions of others, or our own negative self-talk. In order to stay focused on what we want, we must learn to recognize and eliminate the things that pull our attention away from our desired outcome. This requires a level of mindfulness and discipline, as it's easy to become overwhelmed by the sheer volume of information and input we receive on a daily basis. However, by setting clear intentions and prioritizing our goals, we can begin to block out distractions and keep our attention firmly on what matters most. This doesn't mean that we ignore the challenges or difficulties that may arise, but it means choosing to focus on the solutions and the opportunities that lie within those challenges. In addition to filtering out distractions, staying focused on what we want also involves cultivating a deep sense of clarity about our goals. Often we may have a vague sense of what we want, but are unsure of how to achieve it. This lack of clarity can lead to indecision, confusion, and a lack of progress. In order to focus on what we want, we must first gain crystal clear clarity about what that is. This means taking the time to define our goals in specific, measurable terms and understanding exactly why we want them. When we know what we want and why we want it, it becomes much easier to maintain focus and stay on course. Clarity provides us with a roadmap that guides our actions and decisions, ensuring that we stay aligned with our true desires. Another key element of staying focused is the ability to manage our emotions. Our emotions are powerful indicators of where our attention is directed. When we feel fear, doubt, or frustration, it's often that we've lost sight of what we truly want and have instead focused on the obstacles or challenges in our path. On the other hand, when we feel excitement, passion, and joy, we are aligned with the energy of our desires. Therefore, staying focused on what we want requires us to manage our emotional state and return to a place of positivity and excitement. This doesn't mean suppressing negative emotions or pretending that challenges don't exist, but rather acknowledging those emotions and then consciously shifting our focus back to what we want to create. By practicing emotional awareness and regulation, we can maintain a positive and focused mindset that propels us forward toward our goals. One of the most effective ways to stay focused on what we want is through the practice of visualization. Visualization allows us to create a vivid mental image of our desired outcome, which helps to solidify our focus and commitment. By imagining ourselves already living the life we want, we begin to anchor that vision in our minds and emotions. Visualization engages our subconscious mind, which is responsible for influencing our beliefs and actions. When we regularly visualize our goals and desires, we reinforce the belief that they are already ours and that they are within our reach. This strengthens our resolve and helps us stay focused on the outcome, even when challenges arise. Visualization also activates the creative faculties of our mind, allowing us to see new opportunities and solutions that we may have otherwise missed. In addition to visualization, affirmations are another powerful tool for maintaining focus on what we want. Affirmations are positive, present tense statements that help to reprogram our subconscious mind and align our beliefs with our desires. When we repeat affirmations daily, we strengthen our focus on what we want to manifest, reinforcing the belief that it is already on its way. Affirmations can also serve as reminders to stay positive and focused when we encounter setbacks or obstacles. They act as a mental anchor, bringing us back to our desired outcome and helping us overcome any doubts or fears that may arise. Staying focused on what we want also requires patience and trust in the process. In a world that values instant gratification, it can be difficult to maintain focus when results don't come immediately. However, true transformation takes time, and the process of manifesting our desires is no different. It requires consistent effort, belief, and trust that everything is unfolding in perfect timing. Patience allows us to stay focused on the bigger picture, even when it feels like progress is slow. When we trust that the universe is supporting us and that our desires are already in motion, we can maintain a sense of peace and focus, knowing that what we want is on its way. Finally, staying focused on what we want means taking consistent, aligned action. It's not enough to simply think about our goals or wish for them to happen. We must also take the necessary steps to bring them into reality. Focused action is the bridge between intention and manifestation. It requires us to stay present, make decisions that align with our desires, and take inspired steps toward our goals. When we stay focused on what we want, we naturally attract the opportunities and resources needed to achieve our goals. We become more aware of the possibilities around us and are better able to seize them when they arise. Each step we take brings us closer to our desired outcome and reinforces our commitment to the process of manifestation. The practice of focusing on the present moment is essential when it comes to creating the future we desire. Our minds have a natural tendency to wander, often jumping between the past and the future, but true power lies in the ability to center ourselves in the now. The present moment is the only time we have control over. It is where all change begins. When we focus on the present, we are able to channel our energy into the actions, thoughts, and emotions that will directly influence the life we want to create. By consistently bringing our attention back to the here and now, we stop wasting energy on regrets from the past or anxieties about the future, which keeps us in a state of empowerment and productivity. One of the key reasons why focusing on the present moment is so powerful is because it prevents us from being caught up in past experiences and limiting beliefs. Many of us carry emotional baggage from past situations that still influence our thoughts and actions today. These experiences, though long gone, continue to shape our mindset and our ability to move forward. The more we dwell on these past events, the more they define who we are and what we believe is possible for our future. Focusing on the present moment helps to break this cycle. It allows us to detach from the emotional weight of the past and reconnect with the reality of the present. Instead of being ruled by memories, we are able to focus on what is within our control right now, which empowers us to make choices that support our growth and well-being. Similarly, focusing on the present moment also frees us from the constant worry about the future. It is easy to become consumed with thoughts about what will happen next, especially when it comes to the unknown. This kind of anxiety often leads to paralysis, where we are so overwhelmed by what could go wrong that we fail to take action at all. We might imagine worst-case scenarios or obsess over potential failures, which only magnifies fear and uncertainty. However, when we bring our attention back to the present, we realize that the future is built one step at a time. By focusing on what we can do right now, we take the pressure off ourselves and give ourselves permission to trust the unfolding of the process. Each present moment becomes an opportunity to create the future, step by step. The key to focusing on the present moment is learning to cultivate mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully aware and engaged in the present without judgment or distraction. It allows us to observe our thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without becoming attached to them or letting them carry us away. In moments of mindfulness, we are not thinking about what we did yesterday or what might happen tomorrow. Instead, we are fully immersed in the experience of the now. This practice allows us to detach from the noise of our minds and access a deeper state of awareness where clarity, creativity, and insight can arise. Mindfulness practices such as meditation, deep breathing, or simply being aware of our senses are powerful tools for grounding ourselves in the present moment. In addition to helping us break free from the grip of the past and future, focusing on the present moment also enhances our ability to take inspired action. The more we cultivate the habit of being present, the more we align with our inner guidance, This inner guidance is always available to us, but it can only be heard when we quiet the mental chatter that often drowns it out. When we are present, we create space for intuition to flow. We become more attuned to your instincts, which helps us make better decisions and take more purposeful action. This clarity of mind and connection to our intuition allows us to make choices that are aligned with our highest goals and desires. Focusing on the present moment also enables us to create more positive experiences. When we are fully engaged in the present, we experience life in its fullness. We can savor each moment, whether it is a small victory or a simple pleasure, and appreciate it for what it is. This gratitude for the present moment increases our sense of well-being and satisfaction. The more we focus on what we are grateful for right now, the more we begin to attract experiences that reflect this positivity. It's a simple yet powerful law of attraction. When we focus on the good in the present, we invite more good things to come into our lives. The shift in perspective helps us to stay grounded even when challenges arise, as we can always find something to appreciate in the present moment. Another powerful aspect of focusing on the present moment is that it encourages flow. A flow is a state of being where we are fully immersed in an activity, where time seems to disappear, and we are effortlessly aligned with our highest capability. When we focus on the present, we tap into this state of flow more easily. We become so engaged in what we are doing that we are no longer distracted by external factors or self-doubt. In this state, our energy and attention are fully directed toward the task at hand, which makes us more efficient, creative, and productive. The more we practice staying present, the more often we enter this state of flow, which accelerates our progress and brings us closer to our desired outcomes. To truly harness the power of the present moment, it is also important to let go of the need for perfection. So often, we hold ourselves to unrealistic standards, believing that everything must be done flawlessly. This constant striving for perfection can create stress and anxiety, making it difficult to be present. When we let go of this need for perfection and embrace the present moment as it is, we allow ourselves to show up authentically without the pressure of trying to meet external expectations. This acceptance of imperfection helps us relax and open up to new experiences, knowing that we are constantly evolving and learning. The present moment is not about getting everything right. It is about fully experiencing the journey with all its ups and downs. Focusing on the present moment also strengthens our sense of presence and connection with others. When we are fully present with the people around us, we create deeper and more meaningful relationships. In a world where distractions are constant, truly being present with others is a rare and valuable gift. It shows that we value and appreciate them, which fosters trust and connection. Whether in our personal or professional lives, being present allows us to listen more attentively, communicate more effectively, and be more supportive of those around us. This presence is not only beneficial to others, but it also enriches our own lives, as it deepens our sense of belonging and connection to the world. In summary, focusing on the present moment is one of the most powerful tools we have for creating the life we desire. It frees us from the past and future, allows us to take inspired action, increases our sense of well-being, and helps us enter a state of flow. When we commit to being fully present, we unlock a level of clarity, creativity, and connection that is essential for personal growth and success. The more we practice focusing on the present, the more we are able to shape the future we desire. The ability to embrace change and stay open to new possibilities is essential in creating a life of fulfillment and success. Change is a constant force in our lives, and yet many people resist it because it feels uncomfortable or unknown. However, growth and transformation can only occur when we allow ourselves to embrace the unknown, take risks, and step outside of our comfort zones. The fear of change often stems from a fear of failure or an attachment to the way things have always been. But in order to create the life we truly desire, we must be willing to release our old patterns and beliefs and open ourselves to new opportunities. When we resist change, we remain stagnant. We hold on to the familiar, even if it no longer serves us, because it feels safe. But in doing so, we limit our potential and prevent ourselves from experiencing the richness of life. Every moment presents an opportunity to grow, to evolve, and to create something new. If we remain fixed in our old ways of thinking and acting, we miss out on these opportunities. Change is not something to fear, but rather something to embrace as a vital part of the journey. It is through change that we discover new strengths, develop new skills, and experience new possibilities that we never thought possible. One of the most powerful ways to embrace change is by shifting our mindset. Instead of viewing change as a threat or an obstacle, we can choose to see it as an opportunity for growth. When we approach change with curiosity and an open mind, we open ourselves to the possibility of learning and expanding our horizons. We begin to see challenges not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones toward greater success. This shift in perspective is key to creating a life of endless possibility. When we welcome change with open arms, we are no longer at the mercy of external circumstances, but we are actively participating in the creation of our future. The process of embracing change also involves letting go of the past. Often we hold on to old beliefs, habits, and memories because they provide a sense of security. But these attachments can become a burden, preventing us from moving forward. In order to embrace the future, we must be willing to release the past. This doesn't mean forgetting or denying our experiences, but rather freeing ourselves from the emotional weight they carry. We must acknowledge the lessons learned from the past, honor them, and then let go. Holding on to outdated beliefs or past failures only keeps us stuck in a cycle of repetition. By letting go, we make room for new ideas, new opportunities, and new ways of thinking. Part of embracing change is also about trusting the process. Change can often feel uncertain, and the path ahead may not always be clear. It is natural to want to have everything figured out, but the truth is that we don't need to know every detail of the future to take the next step. Trusting the process means allowing ourselves to move forward with faith, even when we don't have all the answers. This trust is what allows us to take inspired action, knowing that we are being guided in the right direction. When we trust the flow of life, we open ourselves up to greater possibilities and experiences that we could never have anticipated. Another important aspect of embracing change is the willingness to take risks. Change often requires us to step into the unknown, and that can be daunting. We may fear failure, rejection, or making the wrong choice, but without risk, there can be no reward. Every successful person has had to take risks at some point in their journey. They didn't let fear hold them back. Instead, they took bold steps forward, even when the outcome was uncertain. When we take risks, we step into our full potential. We show ourselves that we are capable of handling whatever comes our way, and in doing so, we gain confidence in our ability to navigate life's challenges. The fear of change is often rooted in the belief that we are not capable of handling the unknown. We might tell ourselves that we are not strong enough, smart enough, or skilled enough to succeed in a new situation. But the truth is that we are all capable of far more than we give ourselves credit for. Change doesn't require perfection, it requires courage and resilience. We don't need to have everything figured out before we take action. The courage to move forward, even in the face of uncertainty, is what leads to growth and success. Each step we take in the direction of change builds our strength and confidence, and we begin to realize that we are more capable than we ever imagined. Embracing change also requires us to become comfortable with discomfort. Change often brings with it feelings of uncertainty, fear, and anxiety. These emotions are natural and normal, but they don't have to hold us back. Instead of avoiding discomfort, we can learn to embrace it as a sign that we are growing. Every time we step outside of our comfort zone, we expand our limits and create new possibilities. The more we embrace discomfort, the easier it becomes to take bold steps toward the future we want to create. This willingness to embrace discomfort is what separates those who create their dreams from those who remain stuck in fear. As we embrace change, it is important to remember that it is a continuous process. Change is not a one-time event, it is an ongoing part of life. We are constantly evolving, growing, and transforming, and we must continue to embrace change in order to keep moving forward. Each phase of life brings new challenges and opportunities, and with each new phase comes the potential for greater growth and fulfillment. When we embrace change as a constant companion, we are able to move through life with a sense of excitement and possibility, knowing that each new chapter is an opportunity for us to create something even greater. In order to fully embrace change, it is also essential to practice self-compassion. Change can be challenging, and it's easy to be hard on ourselves when we face setbacks or difficulties along the way. But self-compassion allows us to be kind and patient with ourselves as we navigate the ups and downs of change. It reminds us that we are human and that it is okay to stumble as long as we keep moving forward. When we show ourselves compassion, we are able to stay grounded and resilient no matter what challenges arise. Ultimately, embracing change is about stepping into the unknown with confidence and trust. It is about releasing the past, staying open to new possibilities, and taking bold steps toward the future. Change is not something to fear, it is something to embrace. When we do so, we unlock the full potential of our lives and create the future we truly desire. In conclusion, embracing change is one of the most powerful ways to unlock our potential and create the life we truly desire. Change, though often feared, is a natural part of our journey, and it holds the key to growth, transformation, and limitless possibilities. When we shift our mindset, let go of the past, and embrace the unknown with courage and trust, we open ourselves up to new opportunities and experiences that we could never have imagined. Change is not something to resist, but something to welcome. For it is through change that we discover new strengths, develop resilience, and move closer to our highest potential. By taking risks, stepping outside of our comfort zones, and trusting in the process, we are actively participating in the creation of our future. As we continue to embrace change, we step into a life of endless possibilities and fulfillment, knowing that with each change, we grow stronger and more aligned with the life we are meant to live. Thank you.